That is true, man. Welcome back. It's still TrendingSA on SABC3, and you know where to find us online. Joining us later is the stunning actress. Are you ready to hit the surname with me?
Okay, and now when we get married, I will also be cosplay.
You will also
you
can be my third wife. All right, are we ready to rock?
The richest.
Remember to use our hashtag #on3, and that's where you'll catch us. This school, are you ready to rock us with some tweets?
I hope there's some Q's and some X's.
Let's see.
Right. Arnold Arno, Uti TrendingSA on 3. Thank you, Mutswako, MC, WHP. Rest in peace. Nkuli says, watching this tribute to WHP on TrendingSA has me in tears. It's beautiful, but also so heartbreaking. This really feels like a personal loss. Thank you for the amazing music. Rest easy, Jabba, and condolences to everybody who loved you. Hashtag RIP WHP. And then Ucebo Mkhize says, added a new, okay, Uti RIP Jabulani WHP in Tsapo, 1980 to 2018.
Sure.
Tsapo.
Well, thank you for all your posts. Keep them coming our way. Hashtag #on3, TrendingSA on3 on Twitter, and of course, on Instagram and Facebook, we're TrendingSA. Time now for In Other News.
In other news tonight, we profile a trailblazer, an evangelist, musician, and a recently published author of a book titled Things She Remembered, which is a young adult romantic story. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm and hearty welcome. Put your hands together for Gugulethu Nkutha.
Hello. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? You're fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, Quilly.
Good, Mololo. You look beautiful.
So do you. Look at you with your purple.
You like it? I like the Minnie Mouse shoes.
So gorgeous.
90 years. Mickey has been around.
Yes, 90 years. Yes, I was telling you.
Yes, you were.
Mickey's been around.
Yeah, so childish, but anyway.
You know what? It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us on this
you.
auspicious day that we all
Yes,
share
and on a
together.
sad day as well.
Indeed.
But I think a day to also remember. I think the sad news is the fact that we won't see him.
Absolutely.
But the good news is that he lived a good life. That was full in his personality, full in what he had to do. And I think he's run his race.
You didn't, it's okay.
And once you've done that, we are to let go. It's a pity we've lost many recently, but if you can look at the works of what a person has done, I think that's what gives joy. So to his family and everyone, and all of us mourning, kids of the 90s and 80s. So, yeah.
So, you know, thank you. That was some beautiful words that you shared with us. We appreciate that. You know, so you are good with words. You are a wordsmith. You are a wielder of words. You have written this book, a romance novel, but you grew up in a home with a family of activists. How did that play out that you are now writing love stories?
Sure. I think, you know, the activists for truth more than anything. You spoke about Java being one of that. And being an activist, especially in our day and time, it's a very difficult thing because so many voices they speak, but not all of them they speak what is of life and what is of good. So coming from a Christian home, coming from my dad who was an activist, you know, pre-90s and I was brought up being told that you have to stand for what is right. You have to literally stand for what is good. So wherever I see injustice, really, so if it's someone being taken advantage of, if it's a woman or even a man, because it's not just women these days, or a young person. So that's me. I'm always on fire on that. I always say, if you want to see the real me, do someone else wrong in my presence, even me as well. So that actually came about, but little did we know that we've got an author at home. I was brought up to go to school, to study. I loved everything that was reading, music, words, but I never thought of putting it into paper. And I'm glad that at such a big age, once I've accomplished all, it has happened. And here we are today. And that's exactly.
Let's talk about all of these things. So the reading the music, the doing the things. I mean, you wear all these hats. You're an accomplished musician. You're now this accomplished author. You've also worked in PR or was a marketing exec, an activist. I mean, you know, having grown up in that kind of home. A lot of people wouldn't explore all these elements of their personality. What inspired you to reach to all these corners of your personality?
I think, there's things that we go to school for. I wasn't born a marketer. If you asked me years ago, marketing 4Ps, I wouldn't have. So I went to school for those. And I think there's a difference between gifts and talents. And that's something, we have to speak very boldly about for people to find their balance. There's things that as we grow up, we never have to work for. Singing for me was that. Writing for me was exactly that. And going to school, I learned to balance that. And that's something that I encourage a lot of people to do in saying, look, there are things that while we're working and you're thinking, this is a gift. I love photography. I love painting. I love writing. But no one has taught me to say how I can make this a living. And for me, I've tried to find that balance. And I never have. That was the day when everything would change for her. So I want to take it from there and just read it for you. And hopefully even our guests and those watching can breathe it in. I walked into the house looking forward to just passing out in my bed. I didn't notice him sitting there. Jeez, you startled me. Lorenzo was sitting in the dark with his head between his legs. I've been trying to call you, Lily. Why didn't you pick up? It must have been the network or loud music that we were playing. Are you okay? My father was killed. He died this morning in a car crash coming back from the airport. We fly out tomorrow morning. I've already booked the flights. We leave at 5 a.m. He stood up with a glass of water in his hand, no smell of alcohol to my amazement. Lorenzo, I'm so sorry to hear it, my love. How are you? How's your mom? As I held him closer, he sobbed. I'm so sorry, Estelle. I'm so sorry for not being the husband you wanted me to be. No, Lorenzo, don't condemn yourself. I remembered his mother's words saying, make him the man that he desires to be. You are the only husband I could ever have asked for. We've been going through a lot. You've been going through a lot, honey. This is not anyone's fault. As he looked up, his eyes were piercing. I had never seen his eyes so angry. He started kissing me with passion, fiercely ripping at my shirt, causing the buttons of 1-week-old new shirt to scatter on the floor. He threw me on the couch.
Hey, Gugulethu, we are still on television with children possibly watching, but I can see where that's going. Listen, we see the book. Once again, it's called The Things She Remembered, and I'm sure there are a lot more that people can get out of that. Listen, I don't generally like romance things like this, but now...
I wasn't going to get there, by
listen,
the way.
listen, darling.
We don't know.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Everybody, this is Gugulethu. Give a big one. And of course, we know that she's also nominated for something, Best New Karma. So listen, go on to her social media pages and find her there. Time now for us to go into That's So Savage.
Tonight, That's So Savage is dedicated to two of our shadiest divas in the game, Mariah Carey and Naomi Campbell. First up is Miss Mariah Carey. Let's check her out in action.
Is there rivalries, by the way, in this business?
There are rivalries, but I don't think she has anything to do with me. I mean, my whole thing is singing, writing
She's
songs.
An actress.
Yeah, and I've been doing this, my whole life. Singing is first and foremost. It's a God-given talent that I'm grateful for. Her thing is something different.
Und was ist mit J-Lo? Die kenne ich nicht. Oops.
It's called Hell Yeah. It's about American Idol, and she says, I'm quick to check a if she is out of line. Are you the she's singing about?
Don't know. Don't know what she's singing. I didn't know she sang. I thought she rapped.
Our next shade queen is the cell phone thrower, Naomi Campbell. The renowned supermodel and diva is never afraid to tell it like it is.
Yes,
Here are her best, bejeweled, shadiest moments.
Absolutely awful. You look like that and you run like that and you're from Jamaica. Are you crazy? Get it together.
Can we talk about yesterday's
Well, what
clients?
happened yesterday? Who
They were
was?
mad at Ziling for lying about
Do
her
not
accent.
say my girl lied. You better recheck
I'm
your
saying
facts.
that's-
Did she lie?
That's what Billy said.
For Coco to call my girl a liar when you've not even won one challenge, I don't think so. I wasn't letting that go. Not with the lipstick color you were wearing, dear. So check your lipstick before you come and talk to me, because you're wearing it.
Okay.
All right, girl. Let's go, sit down.
Kim and Kanye's US Vogue cover, given that you have been on the cover yourself countless times?
I do not want to comment.
Why? Why?
Oh, boy, that was well, okay, guys. Miss Naomi Campbell is well known to be Ilanto Project's granddaughter of late Nelson Mandela, and she'll be taking part in the upcoming Global Citizen Festival, guys. You've got to be there. It's taking place in December in honor of Madiba Centenary. This ends my savagery for tonight.
Listen, if she's going to be there, I'm definitely going to be there because I hear she likes young boys.
Well, she likes Spanish models.
She also likes young boys, and I'm a young
boy.
boy.
Yeah, young boy.
Well, listen, we're going for a quick ad break. When we come back, you know what's going to be happening, right? We're going to be doing a lot of like Xhosa Uniting Nation things like this. And going,
Squash those who think